My dad said he'd only pay for college if I prove I'm his. Turns out, my mom's been lying about something huge for 18 years. It started with an innocent birthday gift, an ancestry DNA kit my aunt gave dad as a joke. She thought it'd be fun to trace our family tree, maybe find some distant cousins. Nobody expected it to destroy everything we knew. When the results came back, dad called me into his office. He looked like he'd seen a ghost. His hands were shaking as he showed me the screen. According to this, you can't be my biological son. My world stopped. This was my hero, the man who taught me to throw a football every weekend in our backyard, who stayed up past midnight helping with calculus homework at the kitchen table, who promised since I was little that he'd pay for any college I wanted. I'd already committed to an expensive out-of-state engineering program at Georgia Tech. Because of that promise, we toured the campus together last spring, bought me a hoodie and everything. Now he's looking at me like I'm a stranger. Mom completely broke down when he confronted her. Through tears and hyperventilating, she admitted everything. An affair with dad's best friend Jason, right around when I was conceived. She genuinely didn't know who my biological father was, and had been living with that secret my entire life. She said she thought about getting a paternity test when I was born but chickened out. Every single time. The worst part, Jason died in a car accident when I was 5, but I actually remember him clearly. He was like a second dad to me. Always at our barbecues flipping burgers, helped coach my little league team, taught me to change a tire when I turned 16. He used to joke that I was more like his kid than his own son. That joke doesn't feel funny anymore. Dad looked me dead in the eye, his voice shaking with anger and hurt. I need proof you're mine or I can't justify spending $200,000 on someone else's kid. It's nothing personal, but that's my entire retirement fund. Nothing personal? 18 years of being my father. Nothing personal? Mom literally got on her knees in our living room, begging him. You raised him. DNA doesn't change 18 years of being his father. He calls you DAD, but dad had already made up his mind. The trust was completely broken. So here I am, 3 weeks later, waiting for paternity test results that will determine my entire future. The lab said they'd have answers by Friday afternoon. That's tomorrow. I've been checking my email obsessively every hour, refreshing until my phone battery dies. I've watched it die 5 times just today. Georgia Tech keeps calling about my enrollment deposit and housing assignments. I keep making excuses about financial aid paperwork delays, but they're getting suspicious. I can't exactly tell them my entire college career depends on whether my dad is actually my biological father. If I'm not his, I lose my dad, my college fund, and probably my whole family. Mom's side already cut us off when the affair came out. Apparently, they always suspected something but never said anything. My grandma won't even return my calls now, says she's ashamed of what my mother did. My girlfriend Olivia keeps trying to be supportive, bringing me food and staying over, but I can see the pity in her eyes when she thinks I'm not looking. My friends don't know what to say anymore when I bring it up. They just change the subject. Everyone's uncomfortable with my family's implosion. But if I am his, then we just destroyed our family over a stupid DNA kit glitch, and I'll have to live knowing my dad was ready to abandon me over money. Either way, the damage is done. Some things can't be unsaid. The worst part is how dad treats me now. My little sister doesn't understand what's happening. She keeps asking why everyone's so sad, why dad won't talk to me at dinner anymore. Yesterday, I asked him to pass the salt, and he acted like I wasn't even there. The man who used to brag about my acceptance letter to anyone who'd listen now looks at me like I'm a stranger freeloading in his house. Then yesterday, Jason's widow Margaret reached out through Facebook. My mom had told her everything in a moment of desperation. She said Jason always wondered if I might be his. Said I had his stubborn streak, his weird habit of organizing everything by color, the same dimple in my left cheek. She even sent photos of Jason as a teenager. The resemblance is unsettling. Now I'm looking at old photos with a magnifying glass, trying to see resemblances that might not even be there. Do I have Jason's nose? Dad's eyes? I'm driving myself crazy analyzing every feature. Mom caught me doing it and started crying all over again. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow I find out if I still have a father, or if I'm about to become an orphan with a mother who lied. A dead biological father I'll never know, and no way to pay for college. Nowhere to belong. Either way, the family I knew is already gone.